Hey guys, my name is Richard. I am 27 years old and I live in Charlottesville, Virginia. First and foremost, I just want to thank my good friend and colleague, Miguel. Miguel, thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this movement. So I just want to go ahead and just talk a little bit more about who I am. Miguel has drafted these questions, and in thinking about that question, one of my passions in life, one of the greatest passions, is helping uplift those who are less fortunate, being a voice for the voiceless, especially in my community, my Latino community. I recognize that in this day and this age, with this administration, that we are in desperate need of representation and leadership. One of my greatest goals in life is to make sure that I'm constantly fighting for those less fortunate. And so I think for me, I've been fortunate and blessed that so many doors have been opened in my life and so many opportunities that have been presented to me. But also still recognizing that the statistics would say that someone from my background was not meant to go to a 4 year university, or someone from my background was not meant to be a high school Spanish teacher, which both of which I accomplished, which, like I said, I worked really hard for, but I'm not ignorant to the fact that there are many barriers and obstacles that exist today that prevent everyone from having an equal playing field and an equal access to the wonderful opportunities that this great nation offers. And so my passion is definitely being able to eliminate the gap that exists between wealth disparities, educational attainment, socioeconomic disparities. I think that's just one of my greatest passions, is helping to eliminate that huge gap, whether it be in educational attainment difference or wealth gap disparities. I think so. I graduated from James Madison University in 2013. Um, I was fortunate enough to be a part of the Centennial Scholars Program, which was a full scholarship program at James Madison University that covered the full cost of tuition, room, and board. Um, and when I graduated, I knew I wanted to give back the greatest gift that was given to me, which is my education. At a young age, I really fostered this love for learning because of amazing teachers who instilled this belief and love for learning, and who taught me that no matter who you are or where you come from, if you have a dream and if you have a goal, if you want to be something in life, as long as you work for it and you work hard for it, this is a country where anything is possible. And as long as you work for it, the dream is possible, no matter what. And so, university in 2013, I joined the ranks of Teach for America, which is a prestigious organization that pretty much places outstanding recent college graduates and professionals in low income areas across the country to teach for 2 years. And so I was actually placed in North Carolina to teach high school Spanish for 2 years. In those 2 years following my graduation from college, they were the most rewarding, but also the most difficult, the most challenging, the most arduous. I saw firsthand working at a Title I school, which is basically Title I school is a school that the federal government offers free or reduced lunch and considers most of the student population to be of low income. And so seeing firsthand how I had to pretty much pay out of pockets for school supplies, resources, textbooks, it was a real eye opener, and it really opened my eyes to a bigger issue at hand, is that we really do have a situation, a problem in this country where your zip code pretty much determines your life outcomes. And so I've pretty much dedicated my life to ensuring that no matter where you come from, your zip code should not dictate your life's trajectory. It should have no say and no influence and no matter in whether you want to be an astronaut or a neurosurgeon or a lawyer or whatever it is that your heart desires. Um, my goal is to help people realize that. I did it as a teacher, and now I'm doing it here at this amazing company. I work here in Charlottesville for this company called Teachstone. We work heavily with early childhood education, especially with Head Start across the country and as well as internationally. We provide professional development and trainings for teachers to enhance their student teacher interactions within their classrooms. Just working for a wonderful organization that also believes in the power of education and how education can be the great equalizer in our society. Um, and my plans for the future is to still be an immigration lawyer. I, for the longest time, always seeing my parents who immigrated from El Salvador navigate through the complexities of the legal system of such a flawed immigration system, for me, really empowered me to want to become a game changer in immigration reform. And so that's something I'm extremely passionate about. Um, but like I said, for me, my greatest gift that was given to me was my education. So I felt a moral obligation to give that back. It was the greatest gift given to me, and why not to give it back to others? So having that full circle moment in life where I was given this opportunity, and now it's up to me to turn around and give that back to my community. Definitely my parents. Watching my parents are my greatest heroes because they basically came to this country with no knowledge of the English language or the culture. My dad has a funny story. When he came here, he used to go to Burger King and he didn't know how to speak English. So he would just go to fast food restaurants and just point at the menu because he just didn't know the language. So I'm super proud of my parents from when they first came to this country all the way to where they are now. And for all the sacrifices they made for me and my siblings. My sister was the first in our family to graduate from a 4 year university, Liberty University, and she also got her master's in business administration from there. And so I think, had it not been for my parents sacrificing so much, me and my sister and my younger brother would not have the opportunities that we have in life today. So I'm tremendously grateful and blessed for all of the help that my parents have provided for me and my siblings. What's surprising me? Well, I don't know if it should be surprising, but we're seeing more and more openly racist people, openly bigoted people, openly ignorant people in this every day, it seems like. And so I think what you guys, the actions that you guys can take that can align with my passion is, and if you see any form of injustice, if you do see someone being ignorant, if you do see someone saying a racist note or comment, I think the best thing for us to do is to um, kill them with kindness, but also kill them with education, with informing them of facts. Um, hate is taught, racism is taught. And so the way we reverse that is, through love and through caring, through empathy, and getting to know each other, and really being human beings full of compassion and understanding and love for one another. And so you guys can share my passion by stepping up to the plate whenever you see any form of injustice right in front of your eyes. Ask yourself, um, if you were being watched, or how do you think your grandkids would respond to you, to the actions that you take when you see a form of injustice in society?